No, that wasn't good enough. We've got to give them a grand entrance. Let me say that again. It's exciting to see the reunion of the Paul Colman Trio! Come up, guys! Paul Colman, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Welcome, Grant. Good to see you. Paul, Phil, Grant. That's right, I remember the names, yep. Guys, it is so good to have you here today. Grab a microphone if you can. And I don't know if you remember me, but we did the Historymakers interview recently.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
You're good.
You remember me now.
You're good,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
good.
No, you're good, really.
No,
really.
No.
Yeah. We did this interview, and I didn't even have to ask any questions. They just had fun in the studio and kind of ran along with it. And you remember we asked the question, what is the gospel? And we just preached it like you would. You remember that now? Yeah, it was incredible. Now, a lot of these guys here may remember the old Paul Colman Trio a long time ago. And then Paul ran off and became a superstar with the Newsboys, did an awesome job, did some solo stuff. He's always done solo stuff. And they've just reunited, and I just think it's better than sliced bread. You guys think, yeah? It is awesome.
Sliced bread's pretty good.
It is. No, but you're better. That's right. So, Paul, tell us, what's it like having the gang together again?
Well, I do need to correct one thing first, and that is that we all did stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Phil's been producing records in Melbourne and is also now on the pastoral team at a church congregation down there. He's a bit of a rock star in his world.
Yeah.
And Grant's been travelling around doing his own stuff, releasing DVDs and making stuff. So we've all done separate things.
Yes.
And but it's absolutely been fantastic getting back together. And this is the last performance of a 2-week national stint. So we sort of rather gingerly and insecurely travelled around the country wondering if anyone actually even remembered us. Fortunately, that there was a few. So we've had an incredible 2 weeks going around the country, and we got together December last year to March, and we made a new record of 11 brand new songs that have never been released.
We should like to get a reaction for that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Come on. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Brand new record.
Yeah. So it's been incredible. We've had. I know you should say that, but it's true. We've actually had a great time together. Really great.
So good. Well, one of the things we've loved about PC3 has been the dynamic between the three of you guys. You like a bit of fun. You're all great musos. You all like to get in. Tell me, how's the songwriting been? Who's been putting into the songwriting? How's that been going on this time round?
Well, I mean, it's true to say that Paul is the main songwriter in the band, but I would say that the new record, Return, is the most collaborative of all of them.
Yep.
In fact, it felt in a lot of ways like the 1998 Serious Fun recording, when things were so fresh and fun and exciting, and we actually think that idea of serious fun, this thought of being able to bring together a very sort of deep thought, but with a smile on your face, with a bit of a chuckle, and that's happened again on the Return record, wouldn't you say, Phil?
Totally, and the title of the album, Return, is not necessarily a return to PC3 as a musical group, but it's a return to our friendships and the history that we've all had with each other. It's so great to be hanging out with guys that we have a long history with, and we know each other intimately. We know each other's faults and we know each other's shortcomings, but there's a lot of love being shared, and the way that we sharpen each other just by our friendships is what we're really celebrating here, and we hope that you get that through the music as well.
Nice one, Phil. Nice. And you know, what's really interesting about this is, of all the albums that we've released, each one of those albums had at least a couple of songs that had been previously released on other CDs, what with Paul's solo stuff, and then with, American Record Company. What was that? A little closer? It'd be great to get some in here if we could. Yeah.
We're demanding.
So all of the Paul Colman Trio CDs, except for the new one, Return, all the songs had come out somewhere else before. Paul's solo stuff, and when you have an American Record Company take that new Map of the World album, they treat your earlier independent records as demos, really. But this is the first Paul Colman Trio record where every song on it has never been on a CD release before.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, come on.
And it's interesting that we kind of put just a pause at the start of 2004. It's almost like we pushed a pause button on the pre-production process, because when we started talking about the Return record, we sort of said, well, have we got any songs that were lying around that we demoed for other albums or songs that were part written? And there were plenty of them. So it's almost like there's this 7-year gap where songs that were demoed and recorded and had started being written, and then they got finished in 2011 and December 2010.
It was pretty much the recession we had to have.
There you
I
go.
would say, pretty much.
That's good. Now, you guys have toured extensively in the US and in Australia. What's the difference between Australian crowds and American crowds? The Australian music industry and the American music industry? What's the difference that you guys see?
I think that one of the differences between American and Australian crowds is Americans are more likely to come up going, "This is going to be good." Australians are like, "Yeah, let's see how you go." And I think because we grew up here, we sort of like that. We don't, we like it when people play hard to get a little bit. And so, but if you can get through to Aussies, there's like this turbo button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think playing here is great. We're looking forward to playing tonight. But the music industry, I don't know, maybe they've got one. I don't know.
Well, in America, I've noticed like things like Disneyland is in America, mainly, and it's a wonderful, fun place, but everything there is fake, right? Las Vegas is called America's playground, but they've got a Sphinx and they've got an Eiffel Tower and all that stuff, but they're all fake. And I think that indicates that in America, the being sort of very, very real and legitimate and no fluff. They kind of like some of that fluff. But here in Australia, we want the real stuff. I think, and this is why we have this term fair income here. We want the real, we want the legitimate, we want the honest. You know what that means, do you?
Yes, we got Australia Zoo, and it's all real stuff.
Yeah, it's all real. So
real
yeah,
koalas.
be real. That's
So
what
having
we're trying
said
to do.
that, Grant and I both live in Nashville, and I think if you want to get to know Americans, ignore the TV, because it's nothing like what they are. They're great people. We love living there. They're very interested in us. Sometimes I wonder if they like us because they don't really know much about us, because really all it is Crocodile Dundee, the Crocodile Hunter, and Outback Steakhouse, which is my favourite American restaurant. But
And the Wiggles.
and the Wiggles, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love living in America. We I don't know if there are any Americans here today. Yeah. Where are you from? Arizona. Beautiful. Good
Lovely.
golfing. Good golf in Arizona.
Yeah?
Good deserts,
Have to go play
Except
someday.
for the
Okay.
green bits.
except for the green bits.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
good to be here though. We love
Okay.
America. We love Australians. We love everyone.
We love you
That's
too.
what our media guy told us to say
Yeah,
anyway.
You've done well. You've done well. That's good.